Hey guys, for this video, the matchup I want to talk about is the magic routine Magik versus Zatanna. Magik is a mutant that was kind of given or born with these special abilities that allowed her to use a stepping disc, that kind of just allowed her to access different dimensions. I believe it also allows her to time travel. But what dimension is she connected to? She's connected to this like hell-like dimension called Limbo, I believe it's called, like a demonic realm where she's able to access her full potential / demonic energy to kind of amplify, her base stats and overall her magical prowess and potential. And then you got somebody like Zatanna, the sorceress that kind of dwells in the magic. He's basically like the magician of the Justice League / the DC universe. Probably the strongest, she might not be the strongest magical user, but I would say Zatanna might have the most potential. Maybe behind, I forgot that one kid's name with the glasses, kind of like Harry Potter. She's probably behind him. But, Zatanna's, potential is quite literally limitless. Like, I don't really think she has an upper limit, especially now in DC when they kind of remove like that limiter or kind of like her restriction where she doesn't really have to say like words backwards anymore. At least I don't really see her having that same restriction that she used to have. Now she just kind of does whatever she wants to do. So she's not even saying phrases backwards. She just kind of just does whatever she wants to do. I also believe she has fourth wall awareness. She can kind of interact with the comic itself. So she's like a meta character now with just limitless, magical, potential / abilities versus somebody like Magik. Magik can access her dark child form, which is basically her full potential. But even with that, I think that she would still get overwhelmed with somebody with just such a broad range of abilities, like someone like Zatanna. Zatanna can literally just do whatever she wants to do, and she's not even really connected to like an extra dimensional energy source like a speedster or somebody even like Magik. Like her powers are just literally her powers onto themselves. She's not connected to anything, and she has so much like potential and power. I think she can kind of just overwhelm somebody like Magik. Even though somebody like Magik with the Soul Sword kind of hard counters, magical type, attack / characters, because the Soul Sword, I believe, can kind of negate magical abilities. But even with that, Zatanna's abilities is just so more nuanced, and there's so much, firepower behind her potential and her overall magical usage that I think it'll just kind of overwhelm somebody like Magik. Like Magik's never really seen somebody with just so much, a broad range of magical abilities. Obviously Zatanna's kind of beat when it comes just in an overall just hand-to-hand fight. But I think Zatanna's just so much more intelligent than somebody like Magik. Like Magik just seems kind of, emotionally impulsive and just way too aggressive. And I think somebody that's a little bit more calm and collected and overall just more intelligent can probably exploit that kind of glaringly obvious weakness of Magik. She's just kind of more of a straightforward kind of brawler type character against a more methodical, magical type character that's always just kind of looking for a way to kind of finesse you essentially. So I think overall, somebody like Zatanna would probably win, probably would